And I have everything set out that I'm going to use. I forgot to put away the brushes and to keep out the ones I'm going to use today. So I'm going to do the intro and then while I'm putting the brushes away. Hello, my name is Dion. Welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why do I call this the Crazy Troll Nation? Crazy concept. Be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them when we want to, if we want to. Hey Janet, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that is the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. Thank you for being here today. I am keeping out the brushes I'm going to use, and the ones I'm not going to use are getting put away. And I do apologize, I didn't have this done ahead of time. It was on my mind because I saw it there earlier, and then I had breakfast. Yes, so Bruce will probably make an appearance. Speaking of Bruce, who is Bruce? Bruce is an organism that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos. I try to be aware of him to say, excuse me. If you should hear him, I don't say excuse me. I was unaware for whatever reason. So forgive us ahead of time. So we're going to be doing, I think I titled it Dark and Bold or something like that. My lethal BYOP, this one I call, well, my members actually named it the Anxiety, because this shade right here, the first time I used it, it got away from me, and I didn't use this palette for maybe like 5 months after that, because every time I would think to use it, I would just be like, I would have a lot of anxiety. It is really pretty. You see the shift in there. It is very dark, and I love that shade. This is staying in here just because this is the exact color of my second cousin's cheerleading team. The colors are hot pink, white, and black. This is also UVB active. So I am definitely keeping this. And I haven't used these under black light, but just the idea of having them is why I'm keeping them. And they do add a little bit of spice to all the darkness that we have in this palette. And I do have the names here, so I will tell you what the names are as we use them, just in case you want to create a BYOP, build your own palette. I might use that brush. My station is looking a mess. I have been, well, the new additions, some stuff that Janessa has sent me, and then I went through my special effects bag, and how many colors are we going to use? I'm going to keep out, of course, one of these because I use for inner corner. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Box. Thank you. I love this for my inner corner color. This is an Esom V27. This is also an Esom V27. This is the older one. I need to clean my screen. Y'all see that haziness going on? It drives me nuts. This one, the older one, silver handle. The angles are not, excuse me, the bristles are not angled as you see in this one. And so I do love this for in here. So we're going to leave out 4 of those should be enough. Probably 3 is enough because we have the angled one. I'm going to wipe the screen, well, the lens really quick. Excuse me. Hopefully that'll help with the haze. Thank you so much for the hearts. I did have a video. I skipped what I was saying. I had a video scheduled for tomorrow, but I moved it to Wednesday. So we're going to be here 1900 hours Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Box. Because this is going on at 8:30 Eastern, so we're going to start at 9:30, at 7:30 Eastern. 7:30 Eastern is 1900 hours. That's why I keep saying 9. But I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. We're going to do the pink again for under my eye. I'm really intrigued by that, and it's throwing me off in the sense that when I'm looking at color correctors, I'm just like, do I get a pink? Yeah, so I'm kind of just thrown off with that. We're going to do the back comb thing again for brows. We're going to try and move quick. I didn't do anything with the chat. So whatever happens, happens. I did watch Janessa's last live stream this morning when I was well, before I went to sleep, because I was in bed, but I wasn't quite sleepy. So I was like, oh, I didn't watch her live yet, and I watched it. Oh my gosh, there were so many not so good trolls. I actually felt really bad, and I was just like, why? And we know people just want attention, and people are miserable. Um, and y'all know how I feel about Janessa. Like that's my road dog right there, and I am definitely an accomplice. um, I felt bad. I was just like, oh my. I think that had to been one of the worst, Janet. What do you think? Because usually there is a few. Um, and some of the chat wasn't showing up for me, even though I did have it on all chat. But I felt bad. I was like, what the? I forgot to tell y'all. Sometimes I curse because I curse. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you don't have to be here. And the one girl, or lady, because Janessa had said something to one of the people, and she was like, you need to get help. I hope you get the help you need. And then one of the viewers has said, you need help, pal. And Janessa had said something like, you know, you don't have to be here, blah, blah, blah. But I really think that person was talking to the person that Janessa was saying, I hope you get the help you need. So I don't think that was directed at Janessa. I think that was for the person that Janessa said they need help. And so then I kind of felt bad because I don't know if that person stayed or not, but they didn't comment anymore. So I was just like, oh man, she might have left, or they might have left. But it is hard to keep up sometimes, even for me. Y'all know I get confused easily. And so when there is just comments coming in, I say stuff and then I forget. And so when somebody, I might ask a question, and you know this for sure, Janet. I'll ask a question, and then when people start answering, I'll be like, what's that go to? Like, what was the question? You know what I mean? And so I'm sure I've done that before too, where I've taken a comment and thought it was like for one thing and it was for something else. I do remember distinctly one time I asked about numbers. I was like, 15 minus 9, 6. And then like a couple moments later, Michelle put 6. I said, what does that 6 go to? And she was like, your math problem. I'm like, what? So I do forget like super quick because I just say stuff and keep rolling unless I'm actually waiting for an answer from the members. But yeah, I know I'd be like, what? And the thing is, I know that I do that, and people tell me all the time, like I am just so self-aware. Like I know my issues and my challenges and limitations, but I just felt so bad because it was just like so many, and that one person was just like, dude, person, just go away. Like why? I felt so freaking bad. I do like though how she does talk to the people. Like she doesn't ignore anybody. But I think we're gonna leave the brows like this today. I was just like, man. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god. So many not so good trolls. And then there were some that were like super supportive, which was very cool because it kind of balanced out in a way. But it makes me appreciate the nice people more, even more so than I already do. But that was horrible. And I thought about Grace. Grace does not like lives. Me and Janessa love lives. Grace does it, and that's what I kind of thought of because people come in and say stuff, and it's just like, why am I here? Like I don't need to do this. So we're gonna do the brows like this. They look different in the mirror over here, but we're gonna do non-lip oil. I need to just get rid of this one because it's almost not. I still need to pack up all of that stuff. Let's see that arch. If you're talking about my brows, this one has a subtle arch. But because I over tweezed them to make them look the same, it's not really much to see here. Hey, Alexandria. This is Beauty Bio, the highlighter concentrate. I like to put extra moisture under my eyes before I put on concealer. The one in my back. Why the hell would I show you the arch in my back? I tell you what, you super chat me $275, and you put on your Instagram handle, and then I will send you a picture of an arch on my back. How about that? Certain things cost money around here, but kids' first day back to school. It is back to school time already? You saying that's it, Brandon. Go ahead and super chat me $250. And we'll see if you really just talking shit or not, which I really believe you are. So listen, Brandon, you can be sensible and stay, or you can just leave. But super chat the money first. And make sure you subscribe and thumbs up the live stream. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, where did this year go, Alexandria? Back to school already? Oh my gosh. And if you have a foot fetish, I'm told I have pretty feet. That'll be another $100 if you want to see my feet. So $350, you'll see the arch of my back and my feet. I'll Instagram you a picture. Yeah, I thought so. Bye. Thank you for visiting and making me laugh. Milk Hydro Grip Primer. We're going to do, actually, yeah, we're going to do a pump and a half. Because I'm going to put extra. Oh shoot, I meant to spray my face. And I got stuff sitting out here to spray my face. Alright, we're going to spray the face. Bye, Brandon. You said you had to go. Mayron Barrier Spray. I'm really liking this combination. Oh. This felt like it was stuck for a moment. I really do like the combination with the barrier spray and the oil control primer spray from Scandinavia, even though I don't have oily skin. It just really, it's just something about that combination that I really, really just like what it does. I'm thankful that a friend of mine is a substitute school teacher, but she works Monday through, I think she takes Friday off. Yeah, but she's full-time, even though she's substitute, because they always need people. So we're going to take a little bit of this primer for under here. I think it's looking a little bit lighter. Over here is looking lighter, where you are, if not. And we're going to take the rest of that half a dollop. Because I remember saying I think I need more primer in this area, because when I sweat, it just breaks down. So we're going to make sure that we're getting primer around the nose. See if that makes a difference on top of the sprays. Alright, so we're going to... excuse me, we're going to take orange. This is Prime Promedics Brightening. No, Prime Promedics Under Eye Brightening. Excuse me for the glare. Orange. This year has flown by. And I'm kind of glad it did, because it was just so much wacky shit that's still going on these days. Did y'all hear? I know I always say I'm not a political channel, but then I'll be talking politics. Dude talking about he going to lower the price of beef. But get this though, cattle ranchers, I forget what state. I want to say Iowa for some reason, but y'all know I'm great for misspeaking on what state where something is. But cattle ranchers are upset because dude is talking about importing ground beef. All this talk about made in the USA, buy stuff from the USA. And then he's going to import, we'll have ground beef. Well, maybe not, because y'all know he lies a lot. Importing ground beef from another country. Y'all can't make this stuff up. Dude is just off the edges. And so I don't know if that's really what happened or not, but then I saw another thumbnail today that I didn't watch. This is Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Essentials Palette. You have your... You can use this for foundation, concealer, color correcting, bronzing, contouring, blush, highlighters, whatever you want to do. We're going to take this pink right here on the other side of this brush, and we're going to put that under here. saying that he was going to bring down the price of beef. And I'm just like, only the price of beef? Like, what about everything else that went up? Because everything went, y'all haven't, I still have some ground beef in my freezer. I'm holding on to it. At BJ's, it's a 3-pack. And I think each, it's perforated. But each pack is like a pound, 1.33 pounds. 1 pound, 0.33 ounces. And it comes in a 3-pack. And I remember it used to be like, you know, $22 or something like that, which is still a lot. No, it wasn't. It wasn't 20, maybe like $22 or something. Hey, Monique, how are you? And when all of this craziness started, it went up to like $29.99. I'm like, shit, that's like $8 a pound. I'm like, I'm not buying that. And so Natasha Denona, Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. This is shade NY11. And so I've only bought it once since then, and I actually bought 2. I'm like, let me splurge. And so I got 3 of the ground beef and 3 of the ground turkey. But I was just like, that's a lot. I could do a lot with $30. And I do always have food here, so that's not an issue. But I'm just like, I don't know if I'm buying beef anytime soon. I just love how this looks in there. And if I can get something, a combination for this area, like, okay, we'll be cooking with grease. Because this right here, it looks like the rest of my face. Hey, Grace. How you doing today, Monique? I know I said hi to you, but I didn't ask how you were doing. How you doing today? We're going to be using one of my lethal BYOPs, and I'll show y'all in a minute again what it looks like. And I even like how this looks, but then by the time I put setting powder, well, foundation and stuff on it, it looks like I put nothing there. And so I've been wondering if the foundation is pulling it off, but if it is, why doesn't it pull off under my eye? Like, I don't know. So this is the palette we're going to be using today. I think I titled it Dark and Bold or Bold and Dark. The one Wednesday is going to be Moody, and that's going to be my other lethal BYOP, and that one is my 669 dupe. So this is what we're going to be using today. These are like so many dark, amazing colors. So we're going to put 1 pump of the Fenty Illuminating Foundation on top of the 1 pump of Milk Hydro Grip Primer. We're going to put this on. So just as a reminder, we'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern. These were Real Techniques number 210. This is a 200 brush. So we're just going to mash that together. So we'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday because Janessa's going live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And so instead of me rushing or going on after her, because neither one of us time ours, it just comes out to be whatever it is. But if I do 7 o'clock, I'll definitely be done by 8:30. So that gives me an hour and a half. And lately I've been done like an hour 20 minutes, something like that. So we'll just do that. So anytime I go live on a Wednesday, it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern. I was going to say 9 again because I'm thinking 1900 hours, which is military time. A friend of mine way back, we were going somewhere, and she was like, "What's 1648?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Right there on your dashboard." I said, "Oh, 1648." I said, "That's a 24-hour clock." She was like, "What's that for?" Now listen, y'all, she's married to a veteran. And they've been married at that point like 25 years. Now they're going on like 30 years. And I'm like, you don't know military time? You've been married to him all this time? But there's some vets don't use military time, or they only use it around other vets. But I was like, oh, 1648, that's 448. And why I like it is because it removes, hang on, the need to be like AM or PM. Because if somebody tells me, because I'm nocturnal, so y'all know my schedule's all over the place. If somebody tells me, 11 o'clock, I'm like, okay, is that AM or PM? Because sometimes I just get up at 7 p.m. So like 11 o'clock for me at night is nothing. Oh, we're having to get together. Come over at 11 o'clock. I'm like, AM or PM. So for me, that just eliminates any possible confusion about time. But, alright, so we're going to powder down. Fashion Fair, set it loose. Chewy Tony powder. So what's new with y'all? I feel like I haven't been here in a while. I don't have any videos in the pocket. None whatsoever. I have wrote out like looks to do because my dermatology appointment is next week. And if everything goes well, meaning if they don't forget it's a procedure appointment, I won't be able to wear makeup for a couple of weeks. And so I already thought about like, okay, what am I going to do? But I also need to do, you just got the flyer for Ulta. Don't forget I have an Ulta link on. And using the link, you'll still have access to the sale. I haven't been outside, y'all. Y'all know my hormones was a mess. Today is my first normal day. I shouldn't say normal because that stuff is normal for us that has certain genitalia. But I have not been out. But I'll definitely be out tomorrow because I have an appointment. I have a bunch of trash to take out. I'll check my mail. I need to pack up all the stuff that I need to mail out from the winners from the beauty battles. Y'all, my desk is a mess. That stuff is just sitting. I haven't done much of anything like all weekend. I did do stuff here and there, but stuff that I knew I can just sit down and do in like 10 minutes. But that stuff, because I got 4 packages to mail out, that's going to take me a while to package it up, measure it, weigh it, do the labels, all of that stuff. The ones that's just the gift cards, those are easy. So I just put a couple stamps on it, a couple fabric stamps on it. So we're going to be using House Labs bronzers, blushes, highlighters, this and that. We're going to use the Sigma F43 brush. And we're first going to put on Deep Level 10 House Labs bronzer. Is it anything good in it, Dawn? And I know that's a relative term. E-Cosmetics. I posted a sale on my website. I posted their sale and my link to them on my community tab. Y'all, they always having sales. 20% off, 30% off. That's the site that I purchased Natasha Denona Tan palette. Read the text message. For 40% off. And my introduction to that even being, and I think it's more like a storefront because none of their products are from everywhere else. It's like shopping on Beauty Bay, even though Beauty Bay has their own stuff. Like E-Cosmetics is just a bunch of other people's stuff, a bunch of other brands. And when I tag products, sometimes that's an option, or it'll say the brand, and then it'll place where you can find the brand. And so then I just choose, where to tag it. Excuse me. And so I was seeing E-Cosmetics, but I'm just like, what is this? And so, you haven't looked in detail yet. This is medium level 7 House Labs. Going to use the same brush. And so that's why I got tan when I had got it. And I did want to get it. I was going to wait till the end of the year sale, but 40% off. And it was like a flash sale. They do a lot of flash sales. So it was just like that one day. Site-wide 40% off. I was like, no, it wasn't even that. It was just a flash sale just for that palette. And because I was leery about it, I'm like, okay, this is a new palette, so it's no way that they could have like duped this out already or whatever. Because if you look up, is E-Cosmetics a scam? Some people are like, it's suspect. Blushes from House Labs as well. And this is a size Sky. This one, you're going to take the Fenty. It is not. This is Hourglass F11. And so looking at, and they've been around a while because a Reddit article popped up, and it was like 5 years ago. People were asking, is E-Cosmetics a scam? And some people were saying they received products and it looked like it was fine because it might have been a shampoo. And when they started using it, it was like really watery. And somebody else said something that you got looked like it was used. And so there was this thing like, okay, is this a legit website to buy stuff from? And I looked it up because I was thinking like, okay, I've had a good experience with them. Just that one time I only purchased the Natasha Denona tan palette. But I seem to remember, or I have a vague memory of somebody in the chat being like, I've seen them, but I didn't know if they were legit or not. And so I'm like, let me look this up again before I post it. And so some of the stuff is like customer service is a mess. They say satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. People were saying customer service sucks. But I'm like, so my takeaway is buy something that you know is new. Like that tan palette just came out. So there's no way this can be not the tan palette. You know what I'm saying? No, it's e-cosmetics. Yeah. And I had never heard of the site Revolve either, but a lot of stuff I tag, it'll say, is that Revolve, or is that e-cosmetics, or is that such and such place? And I'm like, what are these places? What are these places? And we're going to take Watermelon Bliss, also House Labs. We're going to use the same brush. We're going to flip it to this side. So we're going bold and dark today. And so, and then I'm like, they got to kind of be legit, right? If they're popping up to tag for on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, does YouTube vet these places or not? Because we know YouTube is trying to get the money. So I'm thinking of Tanya right now with all this blush, and because I bought it so far in, usually I don't come this far in. I'm starting to sweat right here, right there. Yeah, I'm thinking of you, Tanya, if you watch the replay. It is pretty though. I cannot deny it. We're going to take the F03 from Sigma. Sigma had a sale. I did post it. They were doing a progressively less sale because it was like 40% off this day. I think it was Friday. And then Saturday, 30% off. Sunday, 20% off. So y'all know I took advantage of the 40% off. I got a couple. I didn't get all three of these, which I love because they didn't have them all. And y'all know I have a thing for even numbers. But I did get another cleaning mat because the one I have, y'all, is looking crazy. It's looking crazy. But what did I get? I got some others. I'll show y'all when they come in. This is Chocolate Opal Highlighter from House Labs. We're going to place this where people usually highlight their face. And even though it is a highlighter, this is not for my complexion as a highlighter, but we're going to use it as such. It makes me toasty. Like, you see this already on my chin. This makes me toasty. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it makes me toasty. But I kind of like it. I mean, it's just something different. We're going to just do a little bit here. And I'm just barely tapping because this does make me toasty. But I do like it, though. I do like it. So we're going to put that down. That's all I'm going to do with that. And we Fire Opal, also House Labs. Are we going to use the same brush? No. We're going to take a clean one of those. And I only have two of these. So this one, we're going to go back and forth because we're going to do this thing back and forth. So one of the reasons that my station is a mess, it's not a mess, it's just I need to find a home. I need to reorganize some things. Because in my special effects kit, I took out like the duplicate bloods, the duplicate clear latexes, that type of thing. And I had told myself the Graftobian, I'll keep here at the station because their PAO was 12 months, where the Mayron is either 24 or 30, so that'll last longer in the kit. And so I just have that stuff sitting here, and I'm running out of space. So we're going to spray the face with the Scandinavia bridal spray. Finishing spray bridal formula. That feels so good. And then when a fan hits me, it is like so cooling. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. And then the stuff that Nessa had recently sent me, I'm just like, I'm running out of space. But I just need to reorganize, which I haven't done. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to let that dry on its own. So we're going to prime the eye. So again, this is what we're using for the new people that are popping in. Make sure you thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you. Actually, if you look up the evil eye, it's actually supposed to protect you from evil things. Google it. Seriously, because I used to think that too, and then one day I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, this is the opposite of what I thought. So this is what we're working with. I don't have a plan on what's going to go where. I do not. But thank you. May you be protected as well, anywhere you go in life, whatever you do. Thank you. Yeah, but the evil eye isn't necessarily evil. Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliners. We're going to take this blue one, which is Stay the Night. August 29th is MAC lipsticks half off. I will post it on my tab. I get a really good discount. Like, pro discounts is amazing. I'm just like, that's why I have so much MAC stuff in my kit, and Makeup Forever. That's why I have so much of that stuff in my kit too. Because for the price, and they both have long PAOs, I'm like, I don't need to shop every year for my kit. Which I know a lot of people do because of what they're buying has a 12-month PAO, but I'm like, I don't wanna do that. I think I want to get Ruby Few, PHEW exclamation point. I have that in my kit along with other nudes. The Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color. And she was like, oh, that one right there, because she wanted a red look. She had on a red dress, had on horns. And y'all, that is pretty. And it says it's a blue red. Y'all know that's my red is a blue red. I was just like, oh my gosh. And so I'm wondering if I want it. I don't have space for it. Even the last two lip glosses that Janessa sent me, they're just sitting out in the open because all my slots are full. I have 3 12-slot holders, and that's full. And so I have nowhere to put more lip. I mean, yeah, I have somewhere to put it, but if I want to keep my lippies together, it's not gonna work. Braces River. you be waiting. So, and so I do want that, but then I have a blue red already. I missed that text, whatever it said. And actually, Ruby Woo is a blue red. Well, it says it is. So why is Ruby Few also saying it's a blue red? Because Ruby Woo is a blue red. I need to double check that. My eyes are tearing already a little bit. I'm gonna put this one. This one is skip the wait list. We're gonna put this underneath her eye. I'm kind of warm. But you know what? I forgot to turn my thermostat down. I already left once. Am I gonna leave again? Yep. Is this content? Was that content? I'm waiting for that spray to dry down. It's looking like it's not. It picked up already right here. So I guess extra primer doesn't help. My nostrils are wide. Did I just notice that? Yeah. I'm gonna put this under a lower lash line. I don't want to angle the fan over here up towards my face because then my eyes will keep tearing. Like the last couple live streams. This one was tearing horribly. But I don't want to put that in my face. On the app next door, do any of you use that app? I just look every now and then. I'll get notifications. I'll get an email, so I just kind of pick and choose like what story I want to read or what somebody wrote about a certain thing. And this one lady had commented. Well, first of all, there was an uproar over electricity charges because the delivery charge is almost as much as your usage, which is just insane. And she was saying she lives across from a field. And so she said at night she'll turn off her AC and open up all of her windows, and she gets a nice cross breeze through the apartment, well, through her house. She has a single family home. And she said, like in the morning when she gets up, she will close all the windows and turn the AC on. And there's just like here on YouTube, there's always somebody that's going to say something negative. And so people were like, oh, you shouldn't do that because then it's going to be humid, it's going to overwork your unit, da 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 da. And then if you have allergies, you know, all the pollen is going to be in the house from having your windows open, yada yada yada. Listen, if the lady is doing that, apparently she don't deal with allergies from pollen from the field. And this eye is tearing downward. This is the problem eye. And some lady put, you know, she uses fans. And so I commented, you know, fans are, you know, underrated. And so then I left a separate comment, and I seldom comment on there because there's always some asshat that's going to say something. And I have put, you know, it's surprisingly cool in here, as long as you're not like running around doing a bunch of stuff. But my thermostat on 85 and strategically placed fans. And so this one guy said that would be a quick way to lose my girlfriend. I said, surprisingly, it's cool in here. When people come visit me, I say, how's the temperature? They're like, fine, why do you ask? And I'm like, oh. And some other guy put, fans are not energy efficient. I commented back, all I know to tell you is my electric bill has been significantly lower since I started using fans. He didn't comment back. So is that energy efficient or not? If it knocked my bill down at least $100, is that energy efficient or not? So he didn't say anything back. And the thing is, and when I say strategically placed, where I live, the vents are in the ceiling. And so in my living room, on both sides of where the balcony is, like here's the balcony, here's the thing, and then like over here is where the vents are. And so for this side over here, like the vent is here, I have an oscillating fan standing right here. And it oscillates. So as the cold air comes down, the fan just, you know what I'm saying? And so I did that in my bedroom as well. Put a fan beneath your vent. And the oscillating fan is even better because as that cold air comes down, the fan just takes it and just disperses it through the room, and it keeps the air circulating. So that's what I mean when I say strategically placed. Place it near a vent where the cold air will just, and that's why it's cool in here, except if you run around doing stuff. A fan being less energy efficient than an AC. Yeah, he said using the fans is not energy efficient. Yeah, they do. And so he never commented back, and I was kind of hoping he would, because whether you say it is or it's not, if my bill is at least $100 lower, it could be efficient or not efficient. I know I'm saving money. This eye keeps tearing. I wanted to dry before I start putting stuff on here. And that's why I don't like to comment on there, because somebody's always going to say something negative, and it's just like, why? And the app is called Nextdoor, so you put in your zip code, and it connects you to posts from surrounding communities, or like somebody will post, this is what happened to me today in Solon Woods, da da da, or like if somebody was following them or driving aggressively. So some stuff is really like, you know, important stuff that you would want your neighbors to know. And some lady she wasn't complaining, but she does have rescue animals. She said somebody left a cat in a box on her front porch. And she said that she has rescued animals before, but she was like, why couldn't they just take it like to the animal shelter or whatever. And so somebody said maybe they know you and they know that you rescue animals. And then somebody else was like, well, what would you have her to do? Just like leave it out in the woods? I'm just like, what is wrong with people? Hey, Abigail. Yes, I do remember you. How are you doing today? You used to use that when you lived in Illinois. Yeah. And one lady posted, I want this eye to stop tearing, y'all. That's why I'm hesitating on putting the primer and stuff on because, but you know, we just wanted to go for it because, and we'll just fix it later, maybe. Mac, no, we use the Fenty first, don't we? Y'all can tell I ain't been here in a while. I'm doing okay. I feel a little scattered. I don't know why. You know why? I do know why. Because I haven't done a video in a long time, and I haven't done a live since the last live, so I'm not used to sitting here. It's amazing how doing 3 lives a week and then you don't do anything in front of the camera for a few days. It's like, what am I doing? It's like I don't know what I'm doing. I can if you want me. Okay, you talking to Dawn. A clean Go Techniques 210 brush. And so this lady had a picture, because people with these single family homes, you having door cams, and actually some people here have door cams too, but then you have to like screw them into the concrete or the bricks that's next to your door, whatever. I ain't trying to do all that. But anyway, she had posted a picture of this lady walking a dog, and it was just a picture, lady walking a dog, and she had a poop bag in her other hand. And so this lady was like, if y'all know who this is, let me know. She left her dog's poop bag in my trash. Da, 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 da. And so people were like, yeah, she should have took that home. Da, 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 da. She shouldn't have left it. And somebody else was like, oh, so I guess she should have just left it on your lawn, right, for your lawnmower to chew it up and spit it out in the rest of your grass. And I'm just like, these people, y'all. Thank you, Abigail. Oh, you are so sweet. I appreciate that, Abigail. And somebody else has said, why is it a big deal? She threw it away. She didn't leave it wherever the dog, excreted it. And so people were like, well, the thing is, it's summertime, and, you put a poop bag in your trash, and then, it's just going to ferment, and then the flies, da, da, da. So people were being all graphic about this stuff. This is Max Paint Pot and Groundwork. And so it was just like this whole thing. People like, oh, it's not a big deal, and other people are like, well, it is a big deal because that's going to draw flies, and if you don't have a pet, if you don't have a dog, you wouldn't want to open your trash can and smell shit, da, 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 which is true. Like, I wouldn't want to smell it. Even if I had a dog, I wouldn't want to smell it. But and some people do just want to argue. And this one lady, I'm not familiar with the people on there. This one lady said something. And it's like YouTube, you can comment to somebody so it'll go to them. Thank you, Abigail. Or you could just leave a comment just on its own. And this one person they put her name, and they were like, you are such a miserable person. Every comment I see you leave is always something negative. They were like, go get a life. I'm like, oh shit. And these are supposed to be grown folk. And that's why I don't comment. I'll be like, people just shush. Okay, let's not deal with that today. This is not a religious channel. We are not even going to address that. They should have been here when I was cursing. They might have prayed for me. All right, let's get started with these. I don't know. I'm looking in this palette. I'm a label whore among many other kind of whores, and so, because I like to tell y'all what stuff is. Why? I received a weird email today. I'm not going to mention it unless a certain person comes in, and so then that led me to look at, stuff they had available for purchase. And one of the products, I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. It was a palette. I'm like, that's kind of nice. I don't remember hearing about it. And so I'm like, oh, let me go see. And if they do have a video with that palette on their website underneath the palette, I will watch it. Y'all, how come when I went to YouTube to look at it, why is that video like a year old? And I'm like, why is this brand bringing back stuff from like a year ago or a couple of years ago? Like, did they just realize they had, extra ingredients, so they made the palette again? Like, what's up with that? But anyway, we're going to take FRB, this shade right here. Do I want to do that though? No. Ooh, wait a minute. We're gonna take this shade. This shade is Volant. And so I'm like, why are they bringing back older stuff? Like, where's the new stuff? So I don't understand. Okay, that's not really there. Hello, let me help you. You're a painter and I'm skilled in colors. Actually, I'm not soliciting for help right now. But thank you, but no thank you. Y'all who know me know why I'm being silent right now. Alright, we're gonna put that there. And we're gonna take this green because this is hella bold and I just want to use this green. This is Nebula. Now, if you're going to keep commenting the same comment, I'm just going to start removing your comments because I already read it and I already addressed it. So there's no need to put the same thing twice unless you're spamming me. And if that's the case, then yeah, I will just remove your comments and or just put you on a timeout. So you can choose. You're free to stay, but just please don't keep commenting the same thing because then that's spam. And we don't like spam here. It's too salty. So it's up to you what you do. We already got rid of one who was talking crazy because they didn't want to come up off the money to get what he wanted. But anyway, I know, Janet, right? This is Nebula. This right here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is nice. I already said no thank you. I'm gonna call you James because it looks like it should be an A in between a J and an M. I already said no. You know what? Let me just get rid of you because I don't feel like dealing with you right now. I really just don't. You're in a timeout, so that means you can come back another day. Okay, okay. Did I say I wanted help? These people, man. That's still mild though. Because we already talked about Janessa's live. I was just like, holy Toledo Batman. Like, what the fuck are these people on? And you gotta be miserable to go out of your way to find stuff to criticize. Like, that's not, you just don't stumble upon, you know, it's a live stream. Unless you're scrolling, you do. But then if you don't like it, just keep scrolling. It's this guy on Instagram. He is so funny. He's a Caucasian guy. And he'll sit and he's always in his vehicle. And he'll be like, y'all, look at this. And then he'll show a clip of something. And then he'll go, no. I don't know what kind. He'll be like, I don't know what type of Caucasian this is, but y'all putting evidence out here that we can't get back. He was like, don't do that. And then he'll just go on and on. And he is hysterical. I'm going to share something he did so those of you who are on Instagram can see what I'm talking about. He is hilarious. He'd be like, no. What kind of Caucasian is this? I ain't that Caucasian. Y'all, he Caucasian as Caucasian go. But he is hilarious. We are going to use anxiety. Do I want to put that there or something else first? Now it's tearing in the corner too. What? He is hilarious. Y'all keep putting evidence out here. We can't get back. And then there's another guy with a spoon and a flow chart. Y'all, he be like, here's the question. And there's a flow chart. If you answer yes, come down here. This is what you need to do. If you say no, you're lying. But, okay, go here. What's the next question? He'll peel off his stickies. And that spoon, y'all, has a life of his own. One day he was talking about blinkers. When should you use your blinker? So he's like tapping on each word with the spoon. And he's like, are you about to make a turn? He's like, it comes with your vehicle. So then he's in the car, and here's the... he's in the car. Here's the blinker shift, and he has the spoon going like this. Like, this is... Yo, these people be having me cracking up. My eyes are tearing now because I'm laughing so hard. This eye is tearing horribly. All right, let's get back to this eye look. But y'all, I'm gonna share something, and I did repost their things before. But But I will send something to those of you who are in here now that I know are on Instagram. Y'all, the dude is funny. Both of them dudes is funny. They had this lady in a wheelchair, and they spinning her on like a merry-go-round type thing for kids. She's spinning around and she fell off and the chair went somewhere. He was like, nope. Y'all take three-legged Linda, put her on the slide. I'm like, oh my God. And he's a comedian. I'm guessing he's a comedian. I don't know. Somebody said he should do shows, and he said he does that. He does do shows. But I was just like, this stuff is nuts. What do I want to? We're going to go ahead and take this one. This one is dark matter. This is the one that I had anxiety about. We're going. This one is creamy. Y'all see these dips in here? Creamy, creamy. So we're going to put this over here. He is hilarious. And I left a comment thanking him. I said, as a person of color, it's even more hilarious to me when you're saying what kind of Caucasian something is. I'm like, you are just hilarious. And I said, thank you for being here, putting smiles on our faces and making us laugh, because we need more of that in times like these. And he commented back saying thank you with a heart. Y'all, that comment I left has like over 900 likes. I'm just like, I was like, oh. And a few other people commented too. But I'm just like, oh my gosh. Because it is, y'all know this craziness going on right now. This administration, the war, like just everything is just outrageous. And so to come across like it's all, you know, the reels, and so they're fairly short, but just to have like that good hearty belly laugh, y'all, oh my gosh, that makes my day sometimes. Him and that dude with the spoon. So I commented on another one of his, I think his name is Coy Edwards. I think it's the one that's in his vehicle, talking about what type of Caucasian is this. And I said, you should do a skit with so-and-so, the dude with the spoon. And then I went to the dude with the spoon, one of his I was watching. I said, you should do a skit with such and such. So maybe they will, because both of them are funny. But I don't know if it would work, because the one with the spoon has a flow chart, and the other one, he'd be in his vehicle. So I don't know, but I hope they figure something out, because both of them are so friggin' funny. They are hilarious. Nope. Stop putting evidence out here we can't get back. I'll be like, oh my God, but I ain't that Caucasian. And then he'd be like, y'all making my left nipple hurt. Walk with him, Lord. And then usually the last thing he'll say is he'll be like, focus on my face. Y'all, he is just, and it's little simple stuff like that to me are just so friggin' funny. Focus on my face. I'm liking this. I'm guessing this is crime over here or something. Pink pop, maybe? And as y'all can tell, I really do like those two gentlemen. They are hysterical. But that dude with the flow chart and the spoon. They be like, that spoon has a life of his own. That spoon needs his own show. One of his was, should you wear deodorant? I'm like, this dude is crazy. He had a whole flow chart. Should you brush your teeth? He had a whole flow chart. I was like, oh my God. Looks like plumbing green. Yeah. This is a nice dual chrome. Dark matter. I don't know if it'll show up. I swatched it. Well, there's the green, and then there's like that burgundy brown. But yeah, so it does have that purple too. And then when you turn, you see that shift. That is super pretty. That is gorgeous. And you see the blue, and then it's dark in here. Yeah, that's a beautiful shade. Both of my eyes are tearing. All right, let's get on. I think I'm gonna put both of these away. We didn't use those. The brush that had that green, this side looks further up, or it may just be where my brows are. So we're gonna buff over the green. So what are we going to do? We're going to do like we usually do. We're going to take this Esom V31, and we're just going to buff along this top. For whatever reason, I don't want to bring the shades up really high today. I don't know why. I'm wondering what will happen if I just put that orange there. Like, how will that look? So this blends it and it brings it up a little bit. Just going back and forth. This brush did not have any color on it. And I know a lot of people use a shade to blend out another shade. I seldom do that. If it just happens that a shade does that, okay, cool. But it's not what I go for. And so this is blended. And that's not blended. So it does work for sure. My fingers have been cramping lately, or feeling like they want to, and I don't know why. I'm still drinking. You know what? I'm not drinking 120 ounces of water a day. I'm drinking like 80, because I've been sleeping so much. Already down 40. Did I do 80? No, 40. And I'm not even finished 40. This is maybe like down to here. So that's maybe 20 ounces I drank so far. No. I did down 40. Because then I refilled it with this one. So that's probably 20 I drank. So I've had like 60 ounces so far today. With my breakfast. Yeah, but I haven't been drinking 120 ounces of water. Alright, so what do we want to put under the brow? I'm sorry, it's tearing. It's not as noticeable when it's a shimmer or a metallic, because the way the light hits it, it'll still look like it's something there. And when it's a matte, it looks the worst. I kind of want to put an orange up there just to see. Y'all gonna be able to do it. We're gonna take this brush, which I have not used in a very long time. And this is a Scott Orange number 61. We're going to take this orange. The pink might make more sense. We don't always make sense here. That's a great start with the water, yeah. Because what I do is in the morning, like after midnight, that's when I start clocking my intake for that day, since it's after midnight. And so I actually did finish that one. So this is my second 40 ounces, and that's almost gone. So after midnight, the water counts for that day because it's a new day. You know what? That's decent for that to be an orange, and just seeing like what'll happen. Because I know. So we're going to take this brush again. Do we? No. We're going to take this something that's not a Sigma E45. And we're just going to just blend. We're just going to blend that. That's cute. I'm glad we tried that. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish that. That'll be 80 ounces. And then another one, like for lunch and later, that'll be my other 40. So that'll be 120. Because I have noticed that it does, when I do drink 80 to 120, my legs cramp less, my feet cramp less. And I'm like, and it's hard to believe I'm dehydrated. Because I'm just like, girl, like you be drinking a lot of freaking water. We're gonna take FRB. What was this shade name? This was Monarch. FRB. And this has like a green tint to it, but it's not showing up where you are, and probably because I got all these freaking lights on. But we're going to put that just right here. We're not going to take it all the way across the brow. Just right there. Because we don't want to take away from that orange, which I am really glad that we put there. So if you think, I wonder what that'll look like, just do it. I'm going to take that same brush, and we're just going to, and we're only brushing this way. We're not going back and forth, even though it may look like it. So we're, in this side, we're just going to brush that way. Yeah, so I drink some more waters. Lower lash line. Are you done tearing? Lower lash line. You know, I did pull off foundation like right here. There's like a pink hole right there. Damn it. I don't know. We're going to put this lower lash line, and then this is looking blue. It's a black, but I have been told that all blacks have blue in it. That shade is transmutation, is a black. This is nocturnal. This is a brown, and I think I might have this another color. These are darker in person. The lights are blowing it out. We're going to put this lower lash line, and then we will take, that's looking gray. That is really a brown, y'all, I promise you. So we're going to take this one first. This shade is Spawn. So we're going to put this under here. I'm doing this side first because the other side is very wet from my eyes tearing. Yeah, so that's my goal, 120 ounces. And I can tell when not to say I'm dehydrated, because you can just be regularly hydrated. Because it used to be, once I got past 60 ounces, y'all, I was urinating like clockwork. I'm like, this is crazy. But now I don't, but then also now it's warmer weather too. It's the summertime. So my body is actually holding on to the fluids. So I guess I need it. I'm going to start over here because the inside is wet from tearing. Yeah, but like in the wintertime, when I get past 60, sometimes when I get past 80, I'm like, okay, let me just do 80 today because I'll be going like clockwork. Like, seriously. This one time, it was like every 20 minutes, I was going to the bathroom and urinate. I'm like, this is insane. Like, like, seriously. But in the summertime, not so much. This is seriously wet in here. Damn it. Whew, thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. We're going to take, since we're using the matte, we're going to take this flimsy eyeshadow brush that I love for a lower lash line. And yeah, we're going to take Nocturne, this brown. I promise y'all this is brown. This side first because the other side is wet. Oh, that's nice. And I think Michelle would like this. She always brings her eyeshadow down low, which I love. I thought I brought mine low until I started watching her videos, however many years ago that was. And I'm like, damn, I guess mine ain't really low at all, huh? This says it's an angled eyeshadow brush, but it is so freaking flimsy. But I love it from under here. This is looking crazy right here. How come? Like, this is flowing. This ain't flowing. What is happening? Because it looks like there's a space in here where, like, this side does not. This is so wet in here. Fine. And I'm asking members, for those who don't know, members here have some say in what goes on this channel. They get to make requests. And sometimes I just ask what they think about things. I like this. I think Michelle would like this too. So what color should we put on upper lash line? So we use Jeepers. I'm not going to count. I'm not going to count. It's bugging me, but I'm not going to count because y'all know I always want to say how many shades we use in the palette. Color for upper lash line, members. Y'all know I have all the colors. I'm gonna need to rest early tonight, even if I don't go to sleep. I have an appointment tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so that means leaving home. I'm gonna leave home at least by 3:10, because then I can stop at the post office and all those packages out. Yeah, it's a nice hole forming in there. And actually it's on the way if I go a certain way to the post office. And y'all know I'm gonna stop for Jamaican on the way home. We're only gonna put more on this side till we put more on the other side because my eyes teared and rushed it away. Yeah, it is early because I am not up at 4 o'clock. And it didn't hit me till today when I got up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I need to change tomorrow's live to Wednesday. So what color for upper lash line? Meanwhile, we're going to do Caviar Matte Lip Pencil. Yeah, it is early. And that's the last appointment. It's 4 o'clock for that clinic. They'll be like, we have a tent. Nope. I need the latest one possible. Because the hospital itself closes at 4:30. The ER is still open. But as far as like appointments and I think the pharmacy may close at 5:30. But as far as appointments, yeah, they be out. I'm always like, what's the latest time you have? So no ideas for what color line or upper lash line? I'm thinking red, but I don't want to punk it out. We're going to put on, I think I want to fill in my lips. This is High Drama. I think we're going to fill in there. I love High Drama with Caviar, and I've done that a few times, and it's very vampy. So this might give me that vampy look. If you went first thing in the morning, you could end your day. If I went first thing in the morning, I could end your day going to the appointment. That wouldn't work because I have tried that though. Because I'm like, I fall asleep, well, it depends. Anywhere between like 6 and 10 a.m. is when I fall asleep, like seriously. And what time I go to sleep determines what time I wake up. Wake up to get up, because I wake up like every 3 hours. And then I just go back to sleep. I tried that before quite a few times. Because I'm like, I'm still up at 8 o'clock sometimes. Just go to the appointment. But it wasn't a good thing because I would be so tired and so exhausted, I was not safe to drive. And there's been times I have driven and I was afraid for my life and the people around me in their vehicles. Because I kept zoning out because I was so tired. And so after a few times, I'm like, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm not going to do that again because I don't want to endanger somebody else's life. And that may sound extreme, but if you've ever drove and you realize you kept zoning out, that's not a good thing. Because it only takes a split second. And the way some of these people drive, you know, weaving in and out of traffic, if you're zoned off and somebody cuts in front of you, that's an accident. This is pretty. Y'all know I love a black lip. Yeah, and then I would see like the person in front of me with their brake lights on, and so when I would see that flash of red, I would be like, oh, and I'm like, oh shit. So then I'm jamming on my brakes, and that's when I would realize that I was zoning out, because seeing that flash of red would kind of like, you know, snap me back to wakefulness. So we're gonna put High Drama on. Yeah, and I really was afraid. Like, I cannot do this. Is this gonna eat High Drama? This is eating High Drama. Eating High Drama meaning it's just absorbing the color. So what I could have did was just close for a split second. And yeah, exactly. That's all it takes. And my heart was pounding like, oh my God, like that could have been an accident. And I was like, and the hospital is 20 minutes away, depending on traffic, might take me 30. But I'm like, I can't keep doing this. But what I will do is if it's like 7, 8 o'clock and I'm not feeling sleepy yet, I will go to the grocery store, like something like that, because I'm feeling pretty awake. But to drive any further than like 10 minutes away, that's a no. That ate High Drama. So I should have just put the pencil, I should have left it as a lip line, like what we did with Caviar, and then we put this in the center. That was really nice. So no colors for upper lash line, because I want to do a red, but that'll punk it out, and I'm not sure that I want to punk it out. But by this being dark, oh, let's do a negative space. Let's put Contemplative State there. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because I'm like, And my thing is this, okay, if something happens to me, okay. But somebody else's life, and it's like, what if they got kids in the car? You know what I'm saying? So I just, nah. Because I be thinking of the what ifs. Contemplative state, I could do an orange. I have a, I have this from Inglot. And I have this that Janessa sent me. This is Penny from Milk Cosmetics. This looks darker, but this, let's do one on each side just to see what they look like. This is number 97 from Inglot, and this is Penny Metal Bond Gel Liner. So we're going to do this one here and this here and see what happens, and then we may top it with the opposite one depending on what they're looking like. So Inglot, this one, I was going to say it doesn't look dry, but it is dry. Not as dry as some of the other ones. But some of the other ones got cracks in it. This don't have any cracks in it. Actually, it does. Right here. Was held for review. View message. And I can always put Inglot in it to make it creamier. And the reason I don't like doing that is because usually I put too much Inglot in it, and so then when I put it on, it just spreads everywhere. Oh, and this is wet. The hole came back. Let's see if this will go. Let's do what we did before. And I was surprised that it worked, and I'm glad that we did do that though. We're gonna, actually we use the lipstick applicator. We're gonna take Groundwork Paint Pot. And we're gonna put that right here. So we can put the Inglot on top of it. And I do have door line right here at my station, so it's not inconvenient. This is not a dark color. It may be because it's a metallic. I don't know. It is creamy though, for sure, because you see all the marks in there? That's brush strokes. And it's definitely on the brush. This is more like a copper, I think, than an orange. A matte orange, I do think would look nice. So I do see what you were saying. Yeah, that's not doing too much. And these colors are like really dark that I have on my eye. Oh man, come on now, there you go, there you go. Come on and be nice and play along. But why is it not doing that on my lash line though? Thank you y'all for being here. Just layering, trying to get more of the color to show up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, I just had to layer it. That's nice. Alright, put that brush down, take a clean one. Both of these are MAC 210 brushes. We're going to take a clean one. You're hoping to mimic the orange under the brow. If I had a matte, maybe. Let's see with this one. This is super creamy. Like this is like, whoa. This is like, whoa. I think they look the same. This is a little darker. I remember I had quite a few of the melt liners, but they turned quick. They turned quick. Inglot, the PAO, however long it is, 9 months for Inglot. That's how they ended up back at my station, because I had them in my kit. But then 9 months comes quick. Yeah, they're not that different. This side is a little bit darker, but we can just say that's the light making it do that. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to leave it. We're not going to top one with the other. So this is the Inglot one. And this is Penny. This one is from Milk Cosmetics. Yeah, but they don't... Yeah, so this is a little bit brighter. And it is true to color. So this does look like this, and this does look a little darker like that. But, it still ties in, though, Janet. With the orange we used up top, which was purely an experiment. Like, let's just see what this will do. Lancome. Am I going to put this on? We're not going to put this on. We're just going to do mascara. Because then we're going to be done. That's the last thing. This mascara, and this will be the little hour and 15 minutes. Am I getting faster, y'all? Or am I just not being complicated? Isom, the mascara it is called. Excuse me. Excuse me. I like that mascara. I had a thought, because sometimes I'm delulu. I had a thought, like, what if I just start wearing lashes with each look? And then I'm like, girl, who are you? You are not Patty Alonso. You are not Alicia Archer. You are not Morgan Turner. They use, they put on lashes for every look. I like this mascara. I'd much rather put them on other people. This brush is really soft. Not soft to where it's not working, but how some wands feel like it's combing through your lashes, and it's borderline uncomfortable for those of us who are sensitive. Where this one, it is still going through the lashes, but it is soft. Like, look, oh, I was gonna say look at that, but hello, Yusuf, how are you? You would get really quick with them. I know, and I know the more I use them, the quicker it is so much easier putting them on other people, because I can see where the line is. But I know I would get quicker. They just plop them on quick. And Janessa, you know, I feel what she's saying. One side always goes on super fast. It goes where it's supposed to go. And then the other one is just like, yeah, that was too easy. I'm going to give you problems on this side. But I did tell myself that. And then I'm like, you delulu, girl. You know, you ain't even trying to do that. I like the clusters better for sure. How is work? Work is awesome. Every day is a holiday. Every day is a weekend. How's work for you, Yusuf? And how are you doing today? Work is amazing. I did go through the book, y'all, that Janessa sent me. Well, she sent me two. The one with creative looks. And I remember saying before we would do the looks, and then I said that I wasn't because they're step by step. And so what I'll need to do is just look at the look and just do my own thing and not necessarily go step by step. Because some of them looks, y'all, have like 15, 16, 17 steps. And I'm like, sit here and look in the book and be like, okay, do this. Look in the book, do that. But I will look at it ahead of time and just kind of have an idea like what to do. So most likely it's not going to look like the picture of the book. Because y'all know I'm good for doing the troll out thing. I love this mascara. These lashes on this side are shorter than the one on this side. So this is the look, y'all. So bold and dark. But it's not that green makes it not really dark. But the outer corner and lower lash line definitely. And that orange up there worked out really well. And it does still tie in, Janet, with the orange line of upper lash line. Alright, y'all. So this is the look for today. With our Lethal Anxiety palette. These are BYOP, build your own palette. You pick out the shades you like. You pick an empty palette from the website and you order it all, and you ship the shadows separate, and you just arrange the palette how you want to. So that's what we did for this one. And so I do like this look though. I do like it. I do like it. I do like it. This is making me think, girl, why you be doing all those light ethereal looks? I just want to have variety for y'all. Thank you, Janet. Because I know everybody's not for this, but y'all be here anyway because y'all just adore me, and I'm so humbled by that. I'm like, they're here for me. But so yeah, we're gonna go. We'll be back here Wednesday. We're gonna use our other Lethal BYOP. the 669 dupe, and I think I titled that one Moody Makeup, I think. But so yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This is nice. I'm glad we went bold with the face. So it is a bold look for sure. And the lip, now we know that that MAC lip liner will eat high drama. So next time we'll just line the lips and put high drama on the center. And that'll be it. Thank you everyone for the thumbs up. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for the conversation. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. Don't forget to subscribe and consider joining the membership, because there are a lot of perks to the membership. And y'all will see me Wednesday. Self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Bye.